What's up guys, Flashfire here. Today I am bringing you another team building video. As you can see, today we are going to be building using Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the Terrakion. This is going to be a double dance Terrakion and I'm super excited about it. You guys asked me to build with this thing and I thought it would be a lot of fun to do. As you guys know, I have a list of stuff that I'm slowly working my way through that you guys want to see me use in lives and in team builders and all that kind of stuff. I felt like Terrakion would be a really fun one to do a team builder around. So anyways, if you guys are hyped to see this team, please remember to drop a like down below. If you can get this to 70 likes, I'll put a paste bin of this team down in the description so you guys can copy and paste it into Showdown and play with it, because hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. I have done quite a bit of testing with this team and it's been doing pretty damn well. I think I created an ult and went like 15-2 on the ladder with it, which was pretty fun. But anyways, yeah, we're going to get into the team right now, guys. As I said, one of you guys asked me to use Terrakion. I think you asked me to use Choice Band. I decided that Double Dance would be a lot more fun, simply because with Life Orb, if you get a Swords Dance up with this thing, it's incredible. If you get a Rock Polish up with this thing, it's incredible late game. If you get a Swords Dance up with it, it's incredible early game as a wall breaker. It's just so good. So some fun facts for you guys. Unboosted Stone Edge, 2-hit KOs Clefable. +2 Stone Edge, Oko's Fast Lando, even if it switches in, even if it gets intimidated. So really +1 Stone Edge Oko's Lando, which is crazy. Close Combat Stone Edge gives you fantastic coverage. There's only a couple of things that can wall this thing, and at +2, it 2-hit KOs pretty much anything you could care to mention. Stuff obviously that does wall it includes fat psychic types, fat ground types, fat water types. Slowbro's a bit of a problem. That kind of thing. Just like powerful physically defensive mons. And this is so good though. This is so good. Against offense, you can obviously rock polish and clean through teams. Against stall and bulkier teams, you can swords dance and clean through teams. It's fantastic. You don't miss out that much on having the coverage of other attacking moves. Something I have noticed though, this thing is quite frail. You don't get many opportunities to set up with it. Basically you have to force a switch or know that you're going to live a hit, which doesn't happen very often with this thing. So when it works, this thing is incredible. It can end up just being death fodder sometimes though. It's not always the best mon to be using. But the next thing we're going to go over, we've paired this offensively with Hoopa U, which I have grown to like a lot recently. This is also going to be a Life Orb. We're going to have all the Life Orbs today. I have grown to like this so much recently. I've learned the power of Hoopa U. This pairs really well offensively with Terrakion, and it 2-hit KOs pretty much everything that doesn't resist Dark Pulse in the tier with Dark Pulse, which is crazy good. We're also going to be running mixed because it's actually so good. Like, oh my god. Dark Pulse, Drain Punch, Gunk Shot, and Psychic. Now, okay, so we're going to be running max speed here simply because it allows us to hit a bunch of important outspeeds and stuff, which is great. Also lets us speed tie with stuff like Gardevoir before it Mega Evolves and all that kind of stuff. We're going minus defense because it has no defense anyways, let's be honest. And the EV spread we're running is enough to Oko Mixed Wall Clefable with Gunk Shot, and then just get a bit of extra power on everything else. Drain Punch will Oko Tyranitar unless it's fully physically defensive. Dark Pulse 2-hit KOs Heatran, Skarmory, Rotom, a whole bunch of good stuff. Psychic hits Mega Venusaur. This is one of the only ways this team can deal with Mega Venusaur. So that's very important in those kind of matchups. And this thing is just a fantastic wall breaker. These two, if this chooses to go SD instead of Rock Polish, these two are fantastic wall breakers, and can really put in a lot of work, especially Hoopa. Hoopa is an incredible wall breaker, and I absolutely love it at the moment. Now, obviously, Hoopa is very weak to U-turn, as you guys all know. Dark and Psychic is not a good defensive typing. You have all the weaknesses in the world, and it's just not the best time. So what we decided to do was run Garchomp here, just to switch into U-turns and stuff. Now, I am debating the set right here. Okay, so the set I've been running in testing is Lum SD, and it's been working really nicely. It does mean that this team is slightly weaker to Talonflame than it would be if we were running Tank Chomp. But this has been doing well enough that I'm comfortable keeping it for now. I think there's definite merit to running the bulkier Rocky Helmet set. That's definitely a thing you can do. But this is just so much fun to do early game hitting stuff with. that I just really like it. I've never actually used this set before, and I've been having so much fun using it on the ladder. So yeah, that's really fun. These three are all just really offensive, really powerful mons that do a lot of damage to a lot of things. Now, the next thing we're going to go over is Azumarill. Now, this thing is great on this team because it checks and kills a lot of the stuff that these two have problems with. Stuff like Keldeo, stuff like the bulky ground types, all that kind of thing. It's just a really good time to have this. It stops the latties, which is great. I mean, Hoopa kind of stopped the latties, but it's just a really nice mon to have. And it fits the team really nicely. So we're going to be running Aquajet, Waterfall, Knockoff, and Play Rough. I'm upset that I did Knockoff before Play Rough, but we're going to roll with it. And then we're just going to run standard AV/EVs. So we do this, and this. And it's Happy Days. What is this called? This is Jerry, I think. So yeah, this is really good. It also forms, you know, part of a Dragonsteel Fairy core with this guy. And yeah, it's just kind of happy. Now, the next one that I'm going to go over, this is the one that I am least comfortable with on the team. It's Starmie. It's Life Orb Rapid Spin Starmie. Now, this thing could very well be a Zapdos. It would make this team much less weak to Talonflame. It would make this team much less weak to Earthquake, which are two things that will give this team real issues. But my thing is, this is a very slow team, and if we added Zapdos on here, I'd want it to have Defog. I wouldn't want to Scarf it, and the team would just be really, really slow. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Options would be giving the Terrakion a Choice Scarf. That's definitely an option. But I feel like I want to run Double Dance. And the ability to switch up moves with that thing is incredible. Also, losing the Life Orb would be a big hit. Because it allows us to pick up a lot of extra 2-hit KOs and OKOs that the Choice Scarf just wouldn't let us get. So, for now, we're going to run this, and we'll see how it goes. If you guys want me to change it for Zapdos, then I will do that. Let me know down in the comments. But, yeah, I'm just going to go over the rest of the team, and then there are a couple of things that I want to discuss that this team is possibly weak to or less good against, and I'll go over those at the end, and hopefully you guys can suggest some changes to improve the team. I have been playing with it at about 1600 on the ladder, and it's been doing pretty well. It's been doing pretty good. But anyways, yeah, so we're going to be running Analytic, obviously, to catch people switching out, and on the off chance we get paralyzed or something and move last, or against priority, all those kind of things. And then the final one we're running, I'm surprised I left it to last, actually. The final one we're running is Venusaur, because it's really good. Yeah? Yeah, no. So, the Terrakion gets stopped by a lot of stuff, like bulky water types, bulky ground types, all these kind of things. Keldeo's a problem. So, a bunch of stuff. And Venusaur is just there to be like, yo, I'm going to tank your hits. It also gives us our most reliable Earthquake switch-in. The issue with this team, obviously, if you guys have spotted this right now, Sandrush Exca is a big problem for this team, because it 2-hit KOs everything. Now, that's really bad, but basically, I have actually come up against it a lot of times, and I have won every time I've come up against it. So it's definitely, you can play around it, but it is a big weakness of this team, and you have to watch out for it. It's one of the reasons that I'd want to add Zapdos over Starmie. But basically, once you get rid of the sand, you can play around it really easily, because a bunch of stuff outspeeds Exca naturally and kills it. But yeah, so it can be a problem, but if you play around it, it's fine. The thing is, Venusaur is the dedicated Earthquake switch-in. The only way it gets 2-hit KO'd by unboosted Earthquakes is Adamant Exca Life Orb. Every other Earthquake, pretty much in OU, you will take 2 of and survive, so you can stall it out, basically, is the plan. But anyways, we're going to be running Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, not Sludge, because that's awful, Hidden Power Fire, to catch those Sizzles and Ferrothorns, which has been working out very well for me, actually. The issue with this Venusaur is you either run Hidden Power Fire and hit the Steel types, or you run Earthquake and hit Heatran. And if you run HP Fire, you get walled by Heat Round. If you run the other one, you get walled by the two Grass Steel types. So you've just got to pick one and go with it. I find that although it is great to have Earthquake against Heat Round, most of the time it is better to have HP Fire. There will be an occasion where you're like, shit, if I had Earthquake here, I'd win. But percentage-wise and probability-wise, most of the time it works out better having Hidden Power Fire than Earthquake. That's just how it is. But anyways, this thing is called the Crutch because this just walls so many things. It stops so much of the stuff that this and this have problems with, and it's just a great time. So, like I said, guys, this is the team. I'm going to go over some stuff that this team has problems with right now, and I want you guys to let me know what you think about it. So, obviously, I've said that I would like to have Zapdos on here. It would definitely, it would improve our matchup against Bird Spam, and it would improve our matchup against Earthquake, but it would also make the team slower, and I feel like that would make it more vulnerable to offense, and just generally give us a worse time. Starmie is more of a hard hitter than Zapdos is. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Something else we could have done here is we could very well, and I might still swap Psychic for HP Ice on this thing to allow us to KO Slow Landorus, just because it does make a big difference. But having Psychic on this and Psyshock on Starmie, I feel real safe against Venusaur, and it hasn't been too much of an issue, Slow Landorus, because obviously we have the Ice Beam on Starmie as well, so keeping Psychic is fine. It's just an option that is available to us. It also gives us a better matchup against Mega Heracross with this thing, so I will probably keep Psychic. Like I said as well, if we were to swap Frisbee for Zapdos, we'd probably Scarf the Terrakion, which would definitely be an option, but like I said as well, it would lose out on a lot of power, it would lose out on a lot of 2-hit KOs and OHKOs that it would pick up otherwise, which is a problem. And the final thing, the biggest problem I found with this team in testing, Mega Gardevoir literally 6-0s this team. Mega Gardevoir completely destroys this team, which is not good. I will give you that. I was originally running a Jirachi on this team somewhere, and that is a great check for Mega Gardevoir, but it doesn't fit the team other than that. I found it really awkward to use, and it just didn't really make sense. So I'm not really sure how I feel about it. But, yeah. Putting Jirachi on here could definitely be an option. If you guys have any suggestions for checking Mega Gardevoir that aren't Jirachi, because I don't really like it, then leave them down in the comments. If you also want to see me do the thing where I swap Starmie for Zapdos and Scarf the Terrakion, let me know as well. I don't plan on doing that because Double Dance Terrakion has been great. Like I said, this team has had a very good win rate on the ladder. It's not like it's getting wrecked at all, and Mega Gardevoir is not that common. So yes, you will more than likely lose the matchups in which you are against Mega Gardevoir, but those matchups are so few and far between, maybe 1 in 10 matches against a Mega Gardevoir, and you can win most others. So, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be the team, guys. If you like it, please remember to drop a like down below. Come back in a couple of days for the first live with this team, and I will see you in the next one.